Um, does the Malhama have to involve warheads or nuclear bombs? Because certain studies show that this planet cannot survive a nuclear world war because it will create tsunamis, earthquakes. Even in nuclear winter, the sun wouldn't come in. There will be a huge cloud.
Good question. Yeah, good question. Good question. I understand the question. Yeah. First of all, we now turn to the hadiths of Sahih Bukhari, and then we'll come to the Quran, because the hadith is in harmony with the Quran. That the Prophet ﷺ prophesied, you know, about the war in which 99 out of every 100 will be killed. I perhaps believe that I have done more work on this hadith than most other scholars of Islam have done. Okay? I have consistently explained this hadith for years and years and years and years, when everybody else is silent on it. A war in which 99% of combatants have been killed has never occurred so far in history. A war in which every town and every city is going to be destroyed fits into this hadith. It's harmonious with this hadith. And only a war in which weapons of mass destruction are used would kill 99% of all combatants. Nuclear weapons and thermonuclear weapons are weapons of mass destruction. So we may or may not use the word nuclear. What we should say is weapons of mass destruction, because there may be weapons out there even worse than nuclear weapons we don't know about as yet. Then there is more evidence in the Quran now about supporting nuclear war. In one of the most intriguing surahs of the Quran on Akhir Zaman, it's not Surah Al-Kahf. No, it's not Surah Al-Isra. No, it is Surah Al-Rahman. Yes. But so far I have never come across a tafsir of Surah Al-Rahman which shows its links, its direct links with Akhir Zaman and with the Malhama. I've never come across any hadith, any tafsir which has done so far. My critics are going to say, well, if he is the first person to ever say something, no one ever said it before, well, then he has to be wrong. And my response is, okay, I'm wrong. So then what do? Forget me and go about your way and leave me alone if I'm wrong. All right? I am making no effort whatsoever to convince you that I am right. And I am warning the people, do not accept my views unless you are convinced that they are correct. So if you are saying that I am wrong, that nobody ever said it before, Imran is the first to say it, and I'm wrong, and then my response is, okay, fine, full stop, I'm wrong. So then why don't you go your way and leave me alone? Okay? I am perfectly happy and comfortable to continue doing the work that I'm doing, assured, with the assurance that if this is indeed the truth that I am explaining, it will survive in history. That's right. And so when we go to Surah Al-Rahman of the Quran, and I cannot expand on it today, but on another occasion we can do that, inshallah, you have to ask yourself the question. Nothing happens in the Quran by accident. Nothing. Allah does not waste words in the Quran. No. When Zulkarnain went in the direction of the rising of the sun, and he came across a people, لَمْ نَجْعَلْ لَهُم مِّن دُونِهَا سِتْرًا, a people for whom we had provided nothing more as a covering other than what they had naturally. So hence a people perhaps living a primitive way of life. What would he do? How would he respond to them? How would he use power with them? Allah uses only one word, one single solitary word to explain the response. He says, كَذَلِكَ. كَذَلِكَ. Meaning, He met them like that and he left them like that. So one word he uses, one. Should I repeat that for you? He uses only one solitary word. So then why in Surah Ar-Rahman does he repeat 31 times? فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ? Has anyone ever answered that question? Is it by accident that Allah has done this? Why this superfluity? Why this repetition? It cannot be by accident. Then give me the answer. Tell me what is the... And I'm speaking now to my critics who are relentless in attacking me and in closing the doors of the masjid to me. Shame on you. I'm asking you to answer me, not those who are coming to me humbly, with humility, with hunger in their hearts for knowledge, with thirst in their hearts for... I'll never speak to them like that, not at all. But to you, who shut the doors of the masjid to me, I'm asking you for the answer. Don't you have any shame? When will you give me the answer? Why has Allah repeated 31 times in Surah Ar-Rahman, فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ? I'm not going to give you the answer, no. No, I want you to tell me the answer. But if you go to Surah Ar-Rahman, you'll see the Malhama in Surah Ar-Rahman. And you'll see who the Malhama is going to be attacking, who are going to be destroyed in the Malhama. And you see the evidence in Surah Ar-Rahman that is most certainly harmonious with a nuclear war.